So here we are at the British Embassy where there is a unicorn and a lion wearing a crown. And those are for Greg Gutfeld. And this is the upper end of Embassy Row on Massachusetts Avenue, where I've been walking along and making these videotapes. It terminates in the Naval Observatory. I think I actually drew the attention of some cops. They're wondering why someone is taping. Well, now that there are iPads and cameras, people have to be up here taping all the time. Anyway, this is the British Embassy. This is part of my Tea Partier's Guide to Washington series. This kind of Hercule Poirot-looking BBC production building, brick with these kind of modern but Art Deco-y windows, that's the British Embassy. And up at the end of the street where you see a woman walking and a motorcycle and some SUVs, that's the southern end of the Naval Observatory. Up above it on the north side, our embassies clumped together thematically kind of by area. Norway and Sweden and Finland are together. They're in one of my other videos. Down here we have by alphabet Bolivia, Brazil, and Great Britain together. And then other people like Iraq and New Zealand are just sort of tossed in. Now, why New Zealand being beside Great Britain, of course, makes sense. It's just not the same principle that puts Bolivia and Brazil just south of them. Of course, these are probably all coincidences. Anyway, this is Massachusetts Avenue. This neighborhood is called Massachusetts Avenue Heights. The residential real estate on either side of it's really expensive. There's a little park called Khalil Gibran Park, after, I guess, the kind of humanist pacifist poet. I've never known exactly what Khalil Gibran's story was. Here's another unicorn. I'm not going to stop my tape for Greg Gutfeld again, even though this unicorn is actually arguably a better one. It's a cute unicorn. I swear I think this cop on the motorcycle, maybe he just moves back and forth from one place to another, but I think he's curious about why somebody who's wearing a radio headset and sunglasses and a backpack is also making videotapes. Anyway, here is Winston Churchill's statue. And I think it's here rather than at the embassy we were just filming, where people put flowers when Diana died, Princess Diana, but I could be wrong. The sun's kind of at the wrong angle. But we're going to try to get Winston Churchill's statue in here anyway. There's a little plaque about William McVeigh. Oh, the statue's by William McVeigh. Anyway, lots of flowers out today. Across the street, the Dome is the part of the old Iranian embassy, which was seized. Iranian, yeah, which was seized during the hostage crisis under Carter, and now it's part of the State Department annex. And this building under construction, there are at least 3 buildings being gutted out, and it's going to be the Embassy of the Republic of South Africa. She says that. Anyway, there's at least 3 under construction along the way. This is Bolivia. So again, it's the funny 3 Bs in a row, even though the countries are not particularly related to each other. And Brazil is the big black glass cube behind it. Hey, it's an iPad. You can make videos with iPads. What's that? Huh?
I've never seen anybody use an iPad.
It's got a camera in it. It's actually, all the iPads have. At least the new one and the medium one did too. See?
That is really cool.
It is really cool.
See, my wife's got the first generation and it doesn't have the camera.
Oh, the 2 did, and this is a 3, and it does too.
And are you able to narrate and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, watch yourself.
Oh, sorry. It has It has a microphone. It's recording what we're saying.
Oh, okay. You're still recording now?
Sorry.
Oh, no. My name's Officer Norwald. I'm with the Secret Service.
Yeah, no, I can tell.
And we just noticed you.
I knew somebody would as I was recording everything, but I'm just recording it for people who don't live in D.C. I've always thought this stretch is funny because...
Are you local?
Yeah, I live here. I bike to the southern end and walk up.
I've seen you before.
Really?
I know I have.
Well, I don't come up this stretch very often, but anyway... I just always think it's funny. Brazil, Bolivia, and Great Britain are all Bs and they're in a row. I mean, it's kind of funny. I mean, it's sure it's an accident, but it's funny.
And then you throw an Iran in the mix.
Yeah, there's always one in the mix that doesn't fit.
You know.
Like up there are 3 Scandinavian countries in a row, and then there's one other thing in the mix.
Okay, besides
Sorry.
Norway, what are the other Scandinavian countries?
Finland and Sweden, and there's something else in the mix. Iraq. They're all kind of clumped
I'm trying
together.
to think where those are at.
Yeah.
I know where.
I only know today because I walked by them. So.
Okay. But
Sweden is off on the side.
You are local
somewhere.
though.
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind if I took a quick gander at your ID, would you?
No, of course not.
No, it's by all means. I just want to verify that what you're saying and what's going on. Makes people nervous when they see too much.
Yeah, I was actually just saying that into my video that I knew somebody would ask. Except now, between iPads and cell phones, it has to happen constantly.
Yeah, I understand. 1200 23rd Street Northwest. Oh, by the way, this is my
Hi.
Sergeant Nichols. This is Mr. Majors.
Okay.
Hold on just a second.
Just making a video for friends who don't live in D.C. so they can see the embassies and the flowers.
All right, sir. Mr. Majors, thank you for your
Sure.
I hope I don't show up.
Well, your voice probably got on it, but not your face. So I knew that would happen, or at least I thought it might. So we've got Bolivia here, and then Brazil. The 3 B's in a row. And again, it's the old Iran, which is the State Department annex. Glad I wasn't detained in strip search for filming embassies with my iPad. This is interesting because Brazil has this and Portuguese on this side. And then it has an English on this side. And then this is the Brazilian ambassador's residence. And there, I guess, is the Brazilian flag. And now I'm probably going to stop off filming all these and go back home or to an office or to Starbucks just so I can upload this one. On the other side again is Massachusetts Avenue Heights. Very expensive real estate, a lot of it private homes. Private in the sense that they belong to people like Henry Paulson and other people connected to the Treasury Department and the Federal Reserve who buy like $3 and $8 million houses while they are here running parts of, apparently the Dominican Republic is down there, while they're running parts of the world and the country. And this street that we're getting to, and I guess our tape's going to run out shortly after we get there, is Whitehaven. And Hillary Clinton lives up the street where she bought a house privately with Bill for about $3.2 million or something as soon as he left office and they got their book deals. And I'm surprised I was filming it earlier and no Secret Service people asked me what I was up to. Anyway, and off in the distance, we have the Islamic Center, which has its own story about it being caught up in a snafu of regulation. And you can look for that story in another one of my videos. Anyway, we're at 9 minutes. Maybe we'll give you a little film. You can stop now if you only wanted to see the buildings, because what we're about to do is a little film of the Rock Creek Park in the hopes that no further uniformed man grab me. Now that looks like a trail you could actually bike down. I'm going to have to try that someday without my iPad and see what kind of trouble I get into. Maybe tomorrow or Saturday. I hate that guy read my address now that I think about it. So it's going to be in this tape. I have to move. I don't want my address in this tape. Anyway, here's Rock Creek Park. Not a very interesting part of it. And one of our other tapes the other side of this same bridge.